All right, this monarch caterpillar is about to go into the chrysalis stage. He's pupating. I don't think they're called antenna, but they look like antenna, and they're usually kind of plump, but those hanging down look like ribbons now. And you can see his body moving. Oh, and it's moving a lot now. And he's getting the skin ready, or the exoskeleton, to shed that. And then the chrysalis is inside. We should start seeing a crack down toward the bottom where the curve is, where it formed a J. And there'll be a crack, and then it'll start being the chrysalis. Oh, and there is the cremeter, which is what holds it into the webbing that they've made. So he'll kind of wriggle that in there so that it sticks better. And it's kind of crunching its body. It almost looks to me like he's doing like pull-ups. On the stripe, if you look real closely in the middle, you can see like a black stripe going against the other stripe. And I think that's where that exoskeleton is kind of opening and putting air in there. Oh, you can see the crack now. Look at the bottom between the antenna. Do you see the green coming through? And that is part of the chrysalis. Can you see the skin going up? And so the top part is getting darker, and you can see it inching its way up. Not even inching, it's millimetering. Yes, I make up stuff. I just love watching this whole process. So I get distracted and forget to talk too. But oh my gosh. It is crazy. And the skin just kind of keeps splitting to give it more room to get off. It's so amazing how that can make it go up like that. And his feet like come out. And then if you look, there's a face cap on there, and it will drop off here too. A lot of times while he's pushing up and getting that perimeter into the webbing, it will just kind of fall off. Sometimes it'll kind of stick too. I don't think it makes any difference. And it still looks a little odd. It's still pupating. It will look like a chrysalis probably within the next 10 minutes or so, or less. But we have been waiting on this for a good part of the evening. See, this is where it looks like to me that he's starting to do the pull-ups. See that perimeter coming out? And it's getting up there in that webbing, and that's what will take the skin off. And that helps hold him up, if, you know, when the wind's blowing or whatever.
Is that a dance it's doing right now?
I don't know.
The Monarch Chrysalis dance?
I guess. It's so fascinating. It's a slow solo dance, though. And it's obviously very soft at this point, so you don't want to touch it. And there goes the exoskeleton.
Just stay the same.
And there's some black dots at the kind of the base of the perimeter, or top of the perimeter. That's, you know, that little black stem looking thing. The dots on it will tell whether it's a male or female. And I can't remember exactly how it looks at the moment, or the difference. But it's just fascinating to me that you can tell that. Science is amazing. God's creation in process. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. And then it will sit in this chrysalis for 7 to 10 days.
Well, I said 10 to 14.
Oh, 10 to 14.
Well,
okay.
You may be right. I was thinking early in the year it was a little longer. It's in the fall when it's warmer, it's a little shorter. But
Oh,
you
okay.
know better than I do.
No. We have to read up on it every year sometimes. So it's kind of cool the way the stripes are there.
So add both of us. We just looked it up. It says 8 to 14 days.
So funny.
So she said 7 to 10, and I said 10 to 14. So.
But those stripes will disappear, and it will become this almost neon green color and just stay there for 8 to 14 days. But there's obviously things working inside.
And this caterpillar was one you used to go show at Walker Elementary when they were just a few days old, right?
Yep. I want to say 3 to 4 days old. And I was able to take, excuse me, I was able to take the newly hatched eggs to the kindergarten students at Walker Elementary in Springdale, Arkansas. And they were fascinating and fascinated with it, and I was too. It was just a fun presentation to talk about the monarchs and their whole life cycle. And this is the next stage after they eat and eat and eat. So they've been eating since, let's see, I went on April 21st, I believe. And then they've gone through 5 instars. And this is the pupating stage. And then again, as we wait 8 to 14 days, then a beautiful monarch butterfly will eclose from the chrysalis.
And one of the things I think is neat about this is this caterpillar's, well now chrysalis, which will be a monarch butterfly, its mother was in the United States last fall, flew all the way to Mexico, this one place in Mexico where the monarchs go for the eastern monarch butterfly, overwintered in Mexico, and then flew all the way back here to northwest Arkansas to lay this egg, and may very well be dead by now, more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the next generation. Now, these next 3 or 4 generations will only live a month or two. And
I think 5 to 6 weeks is what is it?
And
or 5 to 8 weeks, excuse me.
That's a month or two.
Yep.
And some of these the generations will go all the way to Canada, and then they'll start the whole process over.
Well, they'll start migrating back and then overwinter in Mexico. So fun. One of these days, I want to get to Mexico to see it. By the way, we're not moving the table or anything that it's on. It's still wiggling a little bit.
And this next process for it to get to where it sort of completely looks like a chrysalis will take probably another 30 minutes. So we'll probably cut this video short, although we'll keep it going and maybe do a time lapse of the whole process to show the end of it. But
Still wiggling. So we may sit here and watch it, but we will kind of time lapse and fast forward the process so you can see the final chrysalis stage that it will be for a little while, and then hopefully we can get another good video when it closes and becomes a butterfly.
the only problem for that time of year is peak tornado season, so I'll probably be gone and
and I don't have
to work. And these
photography skills.
well, also they're scheduled. They don't always work to our work schedule. So
True.
Worst case scenario, she'll at least get a picture of the monarch butterfly after it's eclosed.
Exactly.
Seems like a lot of times they will do that about mid-morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But if it's a weekend, it would be cool.
So okay, we'll put at the end of it when it finishes up. Thanks for watching.